Hey, and welcome back to the Emlyn in the Mix Show, Season 4, Episode 40. Yes, 40 episodes this year. Unbelievable. And we are looking at... I've wanted to do this video for ages, actually. I've wanted to look at the difference between the Captain plugins Epic and Pilot plugins. So that is exactly what we're going to do on the show. I'm going to attempt to do that on the show today. I'm going to use those plugins from Mixed in Key. Yes, Mixed in Key. We'll have a link down below. Full disclosure, affiliate link. But if you love what you see here today, if you think this is going to inspire you to create amazing music, then you definitely need to check it out. So link down below for that affiliate link. But before we get into this comparison and we look at the differences in these plugins, quick shout out to our sponsor today. It is, of course, the Ridley Academy. Shout outs to Ridley Academy. If you want to become a piano pro in just 21 days, click that link down below to do the free masterclass and see if it is for you. It is, of course, the Ridley Academy, and you couldn't have a better presenter than Mr. Ridley himself. So click that link down below to do the masterclass, become a piano pro, can't even speak, in 21 days. And yeah, we'll see you there in the Piano Pro School of Rock. I don't know, I was going to say School of Rock, but anyway, just become a piano pro. Click that link down below, and shout out to our sponsor, Ridley Academy. All right, so here we are, Captain Plugins Epic. Now, Mixed in Key released Captain Plugins initially, and then they became Captain Plugins Epic. And I did ask myself the question, what was the main difference? I've done several videos on all of these plugins already, but just for those who may be wondering, what is the difference between Captain Plugins Epic? I do have the answer here. So the Epic release takes the original Captain plugins and reimagines them with better sound, smoother usability, and brand new patterns sourced from #1 hit songs. And here are 10 reasons on why you should upgrade if you have the original Captain plugin. So you got new improved chord progressions based on hit songs, new pianistic rhythms, I hope I'm saying that right, to do with pianos. Features gives you unlimited access to play styles from incredible musicians, hundreds of new instruments from Phase Plant. So for those of you who may not be aware, Phase Plant is a pretty super cool plugin soft synth, 600 plus new bass line styles, make better melodies with the new Create Ideas melody tool now with motifs and presets, new inversions in Captain chords that sound amazing. You've got the import MIDI functionality so you can edit MIDI from your DAW, complex voicing so you can make more beautiful chords, and faster workflow so you can get more music sounding great quickly. Okay, so it's got basically just faster using software. Everything is organized by genre, and it's super easy to find parts that work well with each other. So that was the main sort of upgrade from the Captain plugins when it turned to Epic. So now we're at Epic, and we're going to show you the Captain plugins Epic today. So hopefully that clears the confusion on that. But the main point of this video today is to look at the differences between Captain plugins Epic and the brand new, or I should say, these were probably released nearly a year ago now, but the Pilot plugins by Mixed in Key. Now, I'm going to give you my opinion and thoughts on the main differences. Obviously, the GUI, the GUI, however you want to say it, the graphical user interface is completely different in Pilot plugins. So if we go back to Captain plugins, here we just have a quick look. It's a more fully fledged piece of software. You can see there's a lot more going on. But if you jump over to Pilot plugins, this is my first sort of opinion when I look at this. It is much more watered down. It's easier to see where everything is. It's just a more user-friendly interface. I would recommend Pilot plugins for those who want to have less to do with the technical aspect of what is happening on the back end. Maybe there are some similar features, but there are some little nifty tricks up Pilot plugins sleeves, I should say, which definitely shouldn't be overlooked, and I'll do my best to try and show you that today. Now, I just realized hopefully I'm not off camera there. Anyway, let's keep moving along. So, and we'll just make a beat. Let's have some fun and just try and see the differences. But you should be able to see it in this video today. So with the Captain plugins Epic, you've got Captain Chords, you've got Captain Melody, you've got Captain Deep, which is your bass, and you've got Captain Beat. And then you've also got Captain Play, which allows you to turn your computer keyboard into a musical instrument. So if you don't have a MIDI controller, fantastic way to play 250 sounds in any key and scale. It's crazy. Super fast, easy way to create rhythms and melodies. So yeah, look, it's a lot of fun. I've done a lot of videos covering this. I think you get the drift. I think let's just have fun with the Captain plugins Epic and the Pilot plugins over in Ableton Live. I've got it set up. Here we go. So I've already got Captain Beat Epic. So let's go through and choose a beat, and you'll see how nice and easy it is to come up with a beat. I'm going to go for the floor rhythm styles, but we'll go through and see if we can vary it up. So I've got my default kit here. Let's have a listen. So we just got a bass drum, but we'll go through and get a nice pattern. Okay, I don't mind this rhythm here. I don't really like the drum kit, so we're just going to change the drum kit, which is super simple. Just go down to my drum kit here. I don't know if you can see my cursor there. All right, let's go through our drum kits. Oh, I love that drum kit. It's called Mint. Very nice indeed. I might actually, sorry, just got to move my little color palette there in Pro Tools. All right, so let's change the tempo because I hate having everything at 120. So let's get this to a, I don't know, maybe 122, slightly faster. Let's pull it back a bit. I don't know what style of music I'm gonna make here today. Almost sounds like R&B. Now it's not bad, but I don't like the bass drum. So if you want to change particular sounds, so you can press on each sound here to hear the actual sample that's loaded, but this kick here, I want to change it, so let's go through. Let's see what we can find sample wise. New disco kit. I actually changed the rhythm by mistake there, so I'll bring it back. Oh, I actually don't mind it though. Don't like this sample though. Let's change the sample. Ah, okay, there we go. So you can see it's super simple to find something you like. I actually really like this beat. Here we go. All right, I love it. It has a mega 80s vibe, and that's totally fine. I'm chilled with the mega 80s vibe. All right, let's pull up another Captain beat, or Captain Chords, sorry, a Captain plugin, but we're going to do the Chords Epic. So let's pull that up, put the beat down, happy with that. And this is sort of, when I'm using these Captain plugins, this is sort of how I would make a beat, like in this, I guess this order. Doesn't necessarily have to be. Now, when you pull up Captain Chords Epic, you could start with chords or melody. You don't have to do it this way. It gives you the ability to choose what key you want to have it in and what scale. So, I don't know, I might choose, I don't know why, but I'm just going to choose the key of F. And then scale-wise, I'll do minor, but we'll just do a minor pentatonic. Hope I'm saying that right. All right, good. Press go. So now it opens up, if you've seen any of the other videos on this, it opens up a blank slate, but you can add basically your chords you want to have in here. And from my understanding, the colors up here represent the transitions between each chord. So if we do, for example, we'll do F minor in the first part here. Now, if we do this one here, which is blue, it should work nicely, and well, it's exactly the same, so we don't want that. So let's go back and change that. There we go. And the next transition, we can just mess it up a bit. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then what works with that? Something like this. Okay, so it's literally you're painting in, or you're drawing in, not even drawing in, you're just choosing which chord progression will work. So here is our chord progression, and let's have a listen, and then we can change up the rhythm, change the sound, so forth. So I don't really like this one. Let's change it to an inversion maybe, or we can even just try a totally different one. Maybe that? Let's try that. All right, it's a nice rounded chord progression, has a question, has an answer, you know, all of that traditional, very simple chord progression that we have going on here. So now we can play with the rhythm. You can either select it down the bottom here, you get your velocity as well, or you can do it over on the side here, but I don't mind when you click this little buttons down the bottom, you get all your rhythms up here, and you can go through a bunch, like just try different stuff. You do have to highlight it actually to get it to do that. So let's go back to rhythm. Here we go. That's a bit too much. Let's go back to rhythm. All right, so mega dancey. We'll keep it slightly cheesy here on Emlyn in the mix today. Let's go through our sound sets. There's pretty good sounds on here, but you can export the MIDI and you can use your own soft synths, of course. So it's really good in Captain Chords Epic. You have a really good browser here where you can choose your genres even, to instrument to sound. So let's go deep house. I know it's not a deep house track, but let's just see what we got. I actually don't mind this. That's pretty cool. Tropical vibes. I like this too. Now, I did want to say, if you can see it here, it's really small on the screen, but see these little gray next to the preset name? That means it's a phase plant preset, which just means it has more options of being able to get in and dive a bit deeper and change the back end of it, basically, all the parameters and so forth. Anyway, I'm really loving this sound here, so I'm going to go with that. Really loving that. I love my ravey sort of stabby sound, so I'm going to keep that. Now let's jump over, let's add a Captain Deep Epic, and again, you don't have to do it in this order, but this is sort of the order I would take. And once we're done deep, I'm going to switch over to our Pilot plugins, just so you can see there's some nice little tweaks on the Pilot plugins. But I guess I would say the main differences, from my opinion, from what I can see, is that Pilot's sort of like more a watered down version of the Captain plugins Epic. I mean, you'll see. We'll get into it and you'll see. It's a more user-friendly version of the Captain plugins. All right, so here we got our deep. Deep has already worked out what would work, but you could change it up if you're not happy with this chord or bass progression, I should say. Here we go. Sounds pretty good. Not gonna lie, you're done. Maybe just change actually everything about that I really like. Maybe just the rhythm, but I even like the follow the chords on this, so we'll try a few and just see. I love this too. I think I just really love this scale. Like it just, okay, that's popping right now. That is absolutely popping. I don't even know what this style, I guess it's electro, maybe a little bit funky, but that is popping right there. You can quote me on that popping, popping. Make a meme out of that one. Anyway, I'm being totally silly, as if anyone's going to make a meme from Emlyn in the mix. All right, cool. So now let's jump over to Pilot. How poppin' is this track? Can't stop saying poppin'. All right, so Pilot plugins, we have the arpeggio, we've got bass, and we've got melody. I love all of these. The Pilot plugins are they freaking rule. I'll just make sure that's all of them. Let me just go back into our mixed in key. Yeah, it's pretty much Pilot, arpeggio, bass, and melody. Yeah, cool. So the arpeggio is incredible, and I'm pretty sure I've just updated the plugins. It should link, but excuse me if it doesn't. Let's try. So we're going to add Pilot arpeggio, open it up. So you see the GUI, very straightforward. Look, it's saying, do you want to select the source for my chord progression? So here we go. I'm going to choose Captain Chord Epic as my chord progression because that's the chord progression we began with. So straight away, you can see the main difference between Pilot plugins and Captain plugins Epic is that your GUI, it's tiny to begin with. It's not scalable, which I wish it was, or maybe it is now these days if they've updated it. No, it's not, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but for the sake of this video, it kind of does because I need you guys to be able to see it. Put your glasses on and you'll be fine. So Pilot arpeggio has already loaded what it thinks will work, but I'll show you how you can quickly get in. It's very nice and easy to sort of change the sound up, change the sounds and so forth. Let's have a listen to what it's suggested with this track. Here we go. Damn, I already like it, and it's so chill. Like a bit of reverb on that. I just put a tiny bit of delay and reverb. Sounds amazing. Anyway, that's not what we're doing right now. We're not just going to select the first one, although it sounds freaking good. But you can go in, and you've got in Pilot, you've got this nifty little thing here where you can click on your different pilots. As you can see, spacemen or whatever you want to call them, futuristic alien people, and they all have different play styles, and that's what I like about Pilot. It's just it's a nice, unique feature that you don't have in Captain, and I guess it definitely is more user friendly, but kind of waters down the experience with Captain, where you got to go a bit more in the back end. Here, you straight up Pilot plugins. It's easy to use, so we just go through and choose. So who do we want as a Pilot? And it tells you what they do in the arpeggio style. Like you've got up, which we've got it on now, down, texture, random walk, kaleidoscope, staircase, and cycles. So let's have a listen, see which one works. We'll go try down. Here we go. Oops. Gotta play my track back. It's pretty much the same, but it's down. Whoa, super catchy. Okay, so I really liked cycles and texture. Let me just listen to those two again. Texture. Yeah, maybe too epic. We'll go back to cycles. Yeah, okay, we're going to choose cycles, a bit more subtle, and then we can change it up a bit more if you want. And you can also edit your chords here if you wanted to, but we can just change it up with these parameters here on cycles. How freaking good does that sound? Sorry, I realize we're probably distorting a little bit, so we'll just pull it back a bit. All right, sounds so freaking amazing, right? So now, if you wanted to, we could change the sound. I actually like the sound, but you just click on your little synth here, and you got all these different sounds. Yes, the GUI is tiny, but let's have a listen to some different sounds that we got here. Do love this, not gonna lie, loving this Be More Mellow, which probably we'll end up going back to. But again, super user-friendly. You can see the names of the presets are even user-friendly. Here we go. We'll try a different one. That's what we had there. Piano is cool. I like this one. All right, I found one I like. You've got global filter controls. You got envelope control. Let's play a little bit with it. You haven't got much control on this particular one, but let's have a little play with it. Reverb controls. Delay controls. Now you have got the ability to play from your door as well. You can turn that off, press play from your door, and essentially if I've got the track armed, so that is me playing there, but loving the suggestions from Pilot. All right, I'm really happy with that. All right, let's jump over. Let's add now. We'll go back to Pilot. Why don't we add Pilot Melody? So this will be interesting. We might want to turn off our Arpeggio because these could be added to different parts of the track anyway. So here is Pilot Melody, and Pilot Melody's already got a suggestion. It's already using the Be More Mellow preset, which maybe it heard me. It thinks I love it now because I spoke about it and it was listening. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think these listen. And they have some form of AI, but it's not like creepy level of AI, I don't think. It's just smart AI that you can use as a tool. But, you know, at the end of the day, really, I mean, when it comes to all that AI stuff, I think we are really at the infancy of it, and it is gonna get more incredible. But you got to realize you got to use it as a tool, guys. As a musician, you really just got to use it as a tool to help you with your creativity. I mean, look, maybe one day, definitely. I don't know why I'm going down this path right now because I guess it's on most people's minds. Yes, AI will probably make a hit song at one point, but keep in mind that the human interaction is so much more powerful, and that I still think as creative beings, you need to have a level of control over this, as you can use it as a tool, honestly. So anyway, totally digressing there. Who knew I was going to have an AI chat on this podcast today? We'll do that. We'll save that for another podcast, maybe the end of the year. All right, so Pilot Melody. Let's see. So it's not going to be an arpeggio, obviously. It's going to be a melody line. Let's have a listen to what it's brought up for us here. Super catchy, cannot go wrong. Now keep in mind, you can export all of these and put them straight in. I'm not going to bother with it now. I mean, yeah, we're not going to do that now, but you can see you just click and drag, you know, if you love that. It does remember, if you do change it here, it does remember you can go back, like an undo function. But you got a few more pilots in this particular, in the melody, Pilot Melody. So we'll go through a few here. I'm not playing that back. Let's listen to a few of our different pilot suggestions. Okay, I think my favorite was Pulsar. All right, so I might play with this one a little bit. I might change the sound too. Let's change it a bit. I'm not gonna lie, that is freaking amazing, but also it sounds a little bit like my arpeggio, but that's okay, it spices it up a bit. So you got two different sort of arpeggios here now. That's our original one. So this could be a different part of this track. All right, let's listen to my melody. All right, last but not least, I'm going to save this because this is sounding freaking dope. Just call it test 2. What a terrible name. I should have called that Emlyn Mix episode 40, but anyway, season 4. Let's jump over. Let's add our last one here. Let's spice things up. I'm going to get rid of deep, right? So we've got our little chord progression and our beat. All right, and then I'm gonna add a Pilot Bass. This is the last plugin I'm gonna show you today, and let's see what Pilot Bass can do for us. So there's Pilot Bass. Let's spice things up a bit. All right, it's already put the suggestion in, but we'll go through our different pilots. We've got a few actually. Love this Space Grandpa. Absolutely love the Space Grandpa. All right, let's have a listen though, see what they've suggested for me, and we'll go through our different alien pilots here. It's almost the same as what Captain Deep Epic provided us. Let's go back to Captain Deep Epic. I like it though, because you could have different progressions in the track. All right, let's try this one. That's pretty different. Turn that melody off just so I can hear the bass lines a bit better. Don't mind this walking bass, gravity. That's not bad either. Tension. I think I like this one. All right, and then we can change the movement. We might change our sound. Okay, so I've chosen offbeat. I like it, and I've just varied up the parameters here just to give us a slightly different bass groove, and then we can add in our, I don't know, change the preset. I mean, it freaking already sounds good from the get-go, but let's just do it for the sake of showing you how you can easily edit in this plugins. Ridiculous. Here we go. I actually love this Deep Future. That's amazing. So I'm going to click on that, and then yeah, it's a sample instrument. Not much going on here. Turn it up, I guess. It's a lot different to what we have from Captain Deep Epic. Put that back on just so you can hear the difference. Yeah, straight up. I mean, you could just choose, or you could have different parts of the track where it changes. All right, let's add everything in. Crescendo time. Space vibes. All right, guys, that's it. That's what I'm going to show you. Loving this track. Can't believe I called it Test. This is a freaking banger in the making right here. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I hope I was able to show you the differences, the main differences at least, between Captain plugins Epic and the Captain Pilot plugins there today. You could see, yeah, Captain Pilot plugins just a little bit easier on the back end to just get what you need straight away using those different pilots. And then the Captain plugins Epic has much more on the back end, which you can sort of mess with and play with the parameters. But all in all, both of these plugins, they all communicate with each other, and they're awesome, man. Like, if you need inspiration, or if you're stuck, or you say you've written a song already, but there's a section you're not sure what to do with, this could be the answer, because you could literally just say what scale it is, what key you want to do, and you could get it to sort of just suggest either some melody lines. I got to say, the melody lines that it does suggest are on point. Like, they are super catchy. So that whatever they've done to capture like hit songs, they've definitely done it with the Captain plugins Epic and the Captain Pilot plugins. Fantastic indeed. Anyway, check it out. Link down below. Again, that's the differences that I can see anyway. Hopefully that's answered, because I've had so many people in my comment section on those videos asking me what the main differences are. And as far as I can tell, that's pretty much it. You got Pilot, which is a much more user-friendly, easier to use, get the sound and things you want. Or if you need more complex back-end control, then you go to Captain plugins Epic. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me on episode 40 today. I hope this was interesting. It was cool. I got to make a quick little ditty for you guys in front of your eyes right there. I chose the sounds. I chose the beat. It came up really cool. Electro funk, I'm going to call this genre. I mean, it's not really a genre I've created. And guys, stay creative. Get in the studio. Make sure if you want to do that masterclass down below, it is free from the Ridley Academy. Click that link as well. Leave a like on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't done that already. Come on, what are you doing? If you've been watching me, haven't subscribed, that's insanity. And create some beats. Have an amazing week. We'll be back next week with something amazing. Until then, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and peace out. Bye. Hey, thanks for listening to the Emlyn in the Mix podcast. Here you will find all the latest in music technology, software and hardware, interviews, and more. Also, don't forget to check out the Emlyn in the Mix YouTube channel today. Till next time, keep it real.